let's start with Mr. Henry. We're gonna kind of do a minute on this one. This is about an incinerator plasma gasification plant. Sun Energy is opening and pushing for a plasma gasification incinerator east of the Industrial Canal. Would you be against it? And before you answer, folks, we have a petition up here because a community voice is against this incinerator. So we're asking for your support. This is the petition. So I'm just going to pass it around, and we ask that you sign off on it. So Mr. Henry, you have a minute to respond.
From what I've heard about this project, I've met with Juan Hernandez, the CEO of Sun Energy. This project is a project that I'm currently against because of the location at the old Bolivar shipyard on the Industrial Canal. But let me just add to that. I'm against it because of where it's located. I think that there's more than enough land in other parishes where it's been built where we can still benefit from the services as citizens in New Orleans. However, we have to start thinking forward about how we're going to dispose of our waste. And if the Ocean Tilly landfill closes, we do not have a way to dispose of our garbage. So we need to start thinking out of the box and future focused about how we're going to dispose of our garbage. Because if we're not careful, we're going to wind up spending twice as much as we do now to dispose of it. But I'm against the Sun Energy project because of its current location. But as council member, I will give the developer, any developer who comes in this area, time and information to speak to the citizens about their project. I will never ever shut down a project unless the citizens tell me to do so. Thank you.
Based on the information I have, much of which came from you, I'm against it. But I think we need economic development. And we need to look for ways to create jobs in this district. And we need to study those jobs because we can't run our place for living to create a job, but there has to be a balance. And given your position and given what I know now, it's easy to say I'm against it, but I don't want to sound like I'm going to be against anything that changes the status quo. Because there's going to be a time when you have to change some of the status quo if we want to create the jobs that our children and grandchildren will come back to. I bragged about, I didn't brag about them, but both of my children, I worked hard and sent to public schools. Neither one of them live in New Orleans now. And with the jobs that they have other places, I don't know how to get them back. Except perhaps do a real good job for you to create opportunities in this city where my children and your children will have a decent opportunity in the future, which is going to mean some businesses that are a little out of the ordinary of what we are used to right now.
I'm totally against it. I'm against bringing, I was against it the last time when we had the fire. My eyes was open and I'm against it this time. Exactly. Because I feel that we have more that we can bring to this community, to this district, that's going to keep us living and not bring nothing here that's going to kill us. And they already, if you look at the proposal, it was about 20 jobs that was already allocated to somebody else. But if we don't keep our eyes open, if we don't listen to the bottom line and listen to those however, and maybe I'll give them a chance down the line, that's what we're going to end up getting. Stick to it, hold us accountable, and say no to bringing incinerator plants to our community.
As your council person, I will be committed to carrying your voice and your decision to City Hall. The Sun Project has been circulating, shifting gears for months into years now. I'm presently against it. Why am I against it? Because the African American communities have historically always been used as the dumping grounds. Simple as that. We've always been used as the dumping grounds from the Saratoga in Central City to the landfill that was planned at Bayou Sauvage, which as a result of the work that I did was stopped in New Orleans East after the storm. Do we have an issue to address in how we dispose of our debris and our waste? We do. But we need to be a part of that decision. So when we went to Baton Rouge, and they have already warned New Orleans that the time is coming when River Birch will stop accepting our debris. Okay? They warned us, so it's coming. But we need to have open dialogue and conversation as to how we address the issues of debris and garbage disposal, okay? And so understand what I'm saying. I will work for you. I will carry your consensus to City Hall, but I believe fully in exposing you to the pros and the cons and us educating ourselves on issues that impact our lives.
Folks, you're gonna get developers that are gonna come in and they're gonna tell you, oh, I'll bring 20, 30 jobs. You're gonna be paying $50,000, $60,000 a year. When this type of development comes into our community, I am going to fight against it. Just like I did in New Orleans East, when a company called Transload wanted to come out there and do the same thing in New Orleans East. I am against this project. If this project goes forward, let me tell you what will happen. You have trash coming into this community from other parts of the country. We spoke about trucks before. You will have more trucks coming into this community, tearing up the streets, littering stuff, flying out. I am totally against it. And the other part is, why would we want to bring something in our community that is going to put cancer-causing agents in our community? I am not going to be for that, and I can tell you, yes, you got my word, I am going to fight against that.